All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So much for a market rally. We had yesterday was the holiday, which is this day. The market was actually closed yesterday due to George H.W.'s funeral, and we had kind of a little bit of a sell-off day the other day. It wasn't bad. It was perfectly fine, as a matter of fact, because it was gapped up so much. But the extensive selling the other day, and then overnight, the arrest of a Chinese businessman that was asked for by the United States probably is not going to bode very well for our trade talks. Also, talk about a yield curve inversion, basically implying that shorter term loans are more profitable than longer term loans or something like that. I get the basis of it, but it's kind of hard to explain. It's for the 2 year and the 10 year kind of, or the 2 years more yields more than the 10 year. Means banks can't really loan at it. It's super profitable levels. Also can't stay long, guys. I'm doing the kids this morning, so I'm only going to be here about 10 minutes or so. Maybe 15, probably 10. Yeah, just reading an article here on IBD. Not good stuff. Another lower high in the markets right here. Here's our highs currently. You can see them forming a sort of a trend on the Qs at least. Looks like we're in a channel, and we're probably going to go back and test the bottom range of this channel probably quicker than I think a lot of us would like. And we'll see if we undercut this channel, it probably could get pretty brutal. And at that stage, I think we're probably guaranteed a bear market. We've had a correction. We may, even just the way the charts are setting up right now, it's not looking like the correction is over. It looks like we could go into a bear. It's hard to call that, though. We still haven't fully undercut the prior low. So technically, we're still in a market uptrend, but this was our follow-through day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days after the follow-through day to have 2 distribution days. I'm assuming today's going to be a distribution day, unless this is one of those really big market tricks that they play on us every once in a while, but doesn't seem that likely at this stage of the game. All right, and there's the market open. So see if we sell off immediately. There's going to be a lot of scared investors this morning. Probably will sell off more likely than rising. And let's see what's lower today. Momo, marijuana stock. ETF just dying on the vine up here. This was one that was looking pretty good. And then a big drop. Our best case scenario here is that we bounce throughout the day, but we'll see. In the same way this was an aggressive uptrend, we'll see if this is too much of an aggressive sell-off. That's MJ gapping down 6%. Goose gapping down 5%. These were some of our... Goose was a potential leader for this market cycle. Not so much. Not so much at all. Just tons of red. You already ready to go? That was quick. Were you already dressed? You weren't dressed, were you? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not quite sure what the best case scenario is from a news perspective. I really don't like to be scared by the news. I don't like being in that position, but even technically things don't look that good. Let's take a look at Apple and Amazon. We got Apple gapping down. Again, the best case is that we just don't go any lower. That's our best case scenario. When you think about it, over a presidential holiday, they scare the markets here, scare the markets on the open. They basically have basically 2 days to kind of make their plan and accumulate their position as they rally throughout the day today. That's your best case scenario. On the back of a bunch of bad news would make it even more powerful for for the market forces, but I really hate subscribing to that type of vernacular. Not really happy about that. I'd much rather us go up organically. Amazon looks like a bit of a double top here. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not putting capital at risk at this stage in the game. I'm half tempted to remove capital at this stage of the game. But after 2 failed follow-through days, the market will rally in time, but it's with this trade war thing looming. The trade war is pretty big when you think about it. It's going to affect pretty much every sector of the economy going forward, and that's going to be a huge problem. Ooh. It's going to be a huge problem for us going forward. Did you go? Okay, well, go. It's your turn. So, yeah, I'm not super happy about any of this. I think if you have some cash to raise, I think it could be done. Yeah, maybe we're a little late for this. Maybe I should have been on the last or Tuesday talking about this, but I was super busy on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm not happy about any of this, pretty much at all. This all sucks. The headlines are bad. The market action is bad. Our new fledgling industry in MJ is bad. Did you go? Yeah. Yeah, not happy whatsoever today. Did you go? So it looks like a couple things are moving a little bit today. We got 5. Which is moving a little bit today. Sometimes you want to pay attention to some strength. If we do end up with that day where we rally from here on out, because keep in mind, like, this is fear level is your highest after a huge gap down like this, so it makes sense there'd be some kind of reversal. Hopefully there's a reversal. So far, it's not a big reversal. Our green isn't very big right now. All right, INSG looks like it's up today. We've been looking at this in that little bull flag for about a week now, maybe a little under a week. It tried to poke its head out the other day. So far, maintaining levels, which is good. He's protecting him, and I'm moving forward. All right, what else is moving? ZS. I'm not actually sure what ZS is. Grifols, Fizz, still maintaining under that trend line. GHDX. No one said we were out of the woods, Eli. Where'd you go? I moved him up one. Okay. You already went? Why moving you guys back? Ethan, you can't win by protecting yourself. If you're playing basketball, do you win by dribbling backwards? No, you don't. You lose that way.
Go.
Who'd you take? Oh, I like it. Good job.
I moved him backwards so I can open the gate, and then you move this guy to here, and then I got you.
Good job.
I can just.
Alright, so like I said, guys, only can stay for a few minutes today. I'm in charge of taking the kids to school today, so gonna hang out gonna hang out for a little bit. Wanted to see what the market was going to do in the open. So far rallying a little bit, but we'll see if that maintains. Like I said, the ideal scenario here is that they took the closing opportunity from Wednesday as an opportunity to sell off on Tuesday. The problem was the volume was big. And then they gapped it down lower this morning, which gives it the ability for them to get a little bit cheaper shares. That's your best case scenario here, but I have stuff like that in the back of my mind. I really don't trade off of that. But we have to maintain our level here, 64.50. We've got to maintain that, otherwise we're going to be in pretty big trouble here. We are looking in the face of a bear market. I was just saying that before you joined. I was actually saying just that. Was that if we get any more bearish here, if Amazon gets any more bearish, Apple gets any more bearish, it's going to be a bear market. We've already seen a correction. The next stage is a correction, is a bear market. Yeah, so I also drew this channel, Eli, before you joined here, of the lower highs and actually the coinciding duplicate channel on the bottom, giving us lower lows here. We could make a run down here, obviously, but again, this is an index, so it's hard. Indexes sometimes don't live in channels like this, but it's rare that it can. However, okay, a little bit more green here, which is what you hope to see. Like I said, the best case scenario, I think, is us just chopping around for a while here without any major move in either direction. That's the best thing we can do at this stage of the game. So, but I do got to run, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's raining today. No one told me it was supposed to rain today. But I do have to go. I'm responsible for the children this morning, so I got to run them to school. But I did want to jump on here and kind of give my 2 cents. Watch the market open. Looks like we're filling this gap here right now, which doesn't really, we got to go up either way, either fill the gap or move higher. But so far, not a lot of bullish action here. I would probably think raising capital is the better thing to do at this stage of the game. With the Trump trade wars, looks like they're more likely than not at this stage of the game, even after his tweet, which was actually a fake tweet. And then, which caused the market to rally the other day off of a fake tweet. This one right here, that was a fake tweet, and then this is when it was found out as fake. They sold off on the news, and then more China stuff overnight here with them arresting a Chinese executive, not looking good. So I'd probably try to raise cash here, if anything. But if you want to stay in the game, I would definitely not make any more purchases. So. All right, guys, I got to run. I got to take the kids to school. I'll see you guys later.